All right, man, we back. We back. Shout out to UGC. Shout out to True Media. So everybody keeps it 100. Stand true to who they are and doing their part in this media. Let me get things set up real quick. All right, cool, cool. All right, let's get it on. Y'all smash the like button as you come up in here. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell. Leave a comment below if you're watching the playback and let us know your thoughts on today's live stream. I want to talk about the WBA division, the WBA sanctioning body in the welterweight division. There's been talks about Manny Pacquiao. As a lot of us know, Manny Pacquiao is still an active fighter. He's still in the division. Maybe he needs the money. Maybe he truly believes that he can compete with the best at the welterweight division. He is already a legend in the sport. Manny Pacquiao can lose 3 or 4 fights straight. He's still going to go into the Hall of Fame. He still has made his mark in the sport of boxing to where you're going to remember Manny Pacquiao for his accomplishments in the sport. The other champions, on the other hand, have a lot more work to do. They wish they can be mentioned among the greats like Manny Pacquiao. They wish that they can demand huge paydays like a Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao paid the cost to be the boss. He's earned his name. He's put on for the Philippines. He's brought an excitement to the sport that a lot of people hadn't seen. A little guy, coming up in weight, smashing through weight classes, quick, power, angles, and just being able to bring excitement to the sport. He's given us some devastating KOs that we've been able to enjoy throughout the years. And here he is. This guy, Manny Pacquiao, is still around the sport of boxing. He's a senator in the Philippines, but he's also still a professional fighter. And he managed to still be a somewhat of a champion. He's the WBA regular champion. And he's in the same sanctioning body as the WBA super champion in Keith Thurman. As we all know, Keith Thurman has let a lot of time slip by with injuries, with this long layoff, with getting married, ballooning up in weight. And he was once at the top of the sport, once at the top of his division, being the unified WBA and WBC champion of the world. And he let too much time go by. The media, the fans, his sanctioning bodies, WBC sanctioning body put pressure on this guy and said that, hey, you need to figure out what you're going to do. Either you're going to come back and fight, or you're going to be stripped. So to prevent being stripped, he basically vacated the WBC title that he won by defeating Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia, along with Sean Porter, had an opportunity to fight for that vacant belt. Sean Porter was successful. And since then, Sean Porter has defended his title versus Yordenis Ugas in a very controversial decision that he won over that. Actually, I felt Ugas edged him in that fight, but it is what it is. The judges saw that Sean Porter won the fight. And so he's moving on to bigger and better things. He's eyeing Errol Spence, the IBF welterweight champion of the world. And he's saying there is no other opponent for him. What's up, Charles D? What up, man? Y'all hit the like button for me as y'all come in. He says there is no other opponent lined up for him. Oh, Charles D says can't hear but checking in. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, bro. So Sean Porter is focused on unifying his title with Errol Spence. I want to say this too, man, because I'm hearing a lot of people, man, like they still really making a bunch of nonsense points about Sean Porter wanting to face Errol Spence. And it's just ridiculous because it was like people are saying, like, why would this guy risk getting in there with Errol Spence? That's stupid. He just got his belt, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, it's called daring to be great. And when the dude was ducking Errol Spence, you niggas had so much to say about him. Now he's chasing Errol Spence, and y'all still got so much to say about him. Like, what is it, man? Like I say, it's just these people are not consistent, man. These boxing fans, they are not consistent. Either you want to see the best versus the best, or you don't. You know, you can't criticize a guy for ducking, and then when he stops ducking, then you want to criticize him, say he's stupid for why would he want to risk his belt against somebody like Errol Spence? Maybe he believes he can win. Maybe it's that, you know. But so you know, hopefully that fight happens. That's a great fight for the welterweight division. That's a great fight for boxing. Period. However, Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, they are in the same sanctioning body, and that fight makes sense, man. That fight makes a lot of sense to happen. Um, being that I think that that's about the safest champion that Manny Pacquiao can fight right now. You know, Errol Spencer's red hot. He's you know he's coming off of you know uh, a win, a dominant win over Mikey Garcia. You know, a lot of people consider him the best in the welterweight division, a heavy threat, size advantage, you know, taller than Manny, bigger than Manny. Maybe people might feel he punches harder than Manny. I don't know about that. Um, maybe Manny still has the speed to give Arrow problems. I don't know. But Arrow has been chasing after Sean for a long time, and now Sean's not running. So I think Arrow needs to focus on that unification strap season. You know, Sean Porter, um, and then the thing about it too, Sean Porter and Errol Spence fought a week apart. That fight makes more sense. Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao fought what, a week or 2 weeks apart in January. So that fight makes more sense. Plus, this is in the same sanctioning body. You know, you can call it a WBA unification. You know, a unification of the WBA titles. You know, the super champion versus the regular champion, and the winner holds both of those straps. So all the roads in that sanctioning body will lead straight to Keith or straight to Manny, whoever wins. You know, um, because um, a lot of people don't consider the regular champion a champion at all. You know, it's just like a you know, a silver title for the WBC or you know, just an intermediate title, you know, like an NABA or something like a plastic NABO belt or something, you know. So it's not like it's an official belt that is recognized by the sanctioning bodies. What's up, on bias? Salute, brother. I'm gonna put a link in the I'm gonna put a link in the hangouts too, just in case, you know, y'all want to chime in. I was gonna jump on the live with Corey, but he having some technical difficulties. So when he get back rolling, you know, we'll be able to give him some support on his channel. So let me drop this link real quick, and then also going to share the link to the actual live stream so that they know what topic we speaking on. But I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. But yeah, I really honestly feel like this fight makes more sense than say Manny versus a Arrow or Manny versus a Crawford. You know, I definitely don't think that fight gonna happen. Or Manny versus Sean. You know, this fight makes more sense, man. You know, Sean is focused on Arrow. Arrow should be focused on Sean. You know, Terrence Crawford already has a fight coming up with Amir Khan. He's focused on Khan. You know, so really there is nobody out there at the top level for Manny but Keith. Keith wants this fight. I think that this is the safest fight for Manny, and I think Manny has a good chance to beat Keith. Keith is coming off a tough fight versus Josito Lopez. I felt he dominated the fight, but in spots he had some rough. I mean, he had a rough round, and there was some spots where Josito Lopez was able to give um, you know, Keith Thurman problems. And if I'm Manny and I'm looking at that fight, I'm like, yeah, give me him. He just, you know, he only had one fight in about 2 years, and he struggled. So if I jump on this guy now, being that I've been more active than him, you know, I'm in the same sanctioning body. The fight is not going to be difficult to make. Should be an easy fight to make, you know. And maybe Keith will get on pay-per-view for the first time. Never know, you know. I mean, it's two known fighters in boxing. Keith Thurman, he's been the long time defending champion, you know, in the welterweight division with that WBA. You know, he has the most defenses right now, more than anybody. You know, Errol just barely got his belt. He's only had 3 defenses. You know, 3 defenses. Sean just got his belt, 1 defense. Crawford just got his belt, two defenses. Excuse me, one, because he beat Jeff Horn and fought Benavidez. Yeah, so and if he beats Khan, that'll be 2 defenses. So Yeah, man. Yeah. So at the end of the day, Keith is the longest has the most defenses in the division, flat out. So you know, maybe his time is up. Maybe Keith time is up. Maybe Manny still has something left in the tank. Maybe Manny can go in there and shock the world, beat Keith Thurman, and now he's going to unify his regular belt with that super belt, and you're going to be the WBA champion, super and regular, and you have to give that man his props. Give that man his props, you know. Um, Manny Pacquiao's in his 40s. Manny Pacquiao's what, 41, 42, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. 40. Once you hit 40, man, it's more dangerous for you. A lot more injuries can occur. You're slowing down. Reflexes is not as sharp, as it used to be. And so it's more risk. But Keith didn't do himself no favors by taking this long layoff, you know. So I think maybe Keith may be too comfortable. He might be preparing himself for an exit, being that he's taking a lot of these commentating gigs and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, we got to see what's going to happen, man. But I think that this fight definitely makes sense. So I'm going to do my part to promote it because I've been promoting Errol Spence versus Sean Porter. Of course, we know Terrence Crawford got to fight. He got to defend his title versus Amir Khan. Definitely going to watch that fight. You know, um, I have no complaints about Terrence Crawford, man. Terrence Crawford is what you want to see in the sport of boxing. He's definitely what you want to see. Um, and then, like I say, we got Keith over here. He's just been making the most noise in the welterweight division. He was making the most at first, but he's making the least amount of noise. Excuse me. He's making the least amount of noise in the welterweight division right now. Like people not even checking for this guy. Like whatever. Oh yeah, ponytail. Forgot about this nigga. You know. So Keith need to bring some excitement back to boxing. And what better way for him to do that by facing Manny Pacquiao, a legend in the sport, coming off of two back-to-back, wins. One over Lucas Matisse, the other over Adrian Broner, you know. I mean, and then hey, I mean that's good little stepping fights, challenging fights. He beat Matisse, beat Broner, and if he can get Keith Thurman, shit, you got to give Manny Pacquiao props. Like, man, three tough little fights for him. So I would love to see Manny step up. This fight should happen. It's an easy fight to make, man. It's an easy fight to make. They both on the same side of the street. It's not like Manny Pacquiao still with Bob Arum or something. Both under Al Heyman, both in the WBA, both welterweights. You know, I don't think that Keith has some enormous advantages over Manny. Of course, height. I think height. He might punch a little harder than Manny, but Keith has been fighting on his back foot a lot lately. He's been fighting on his back foot, and he may not want to just engage like that. Maybe Manny Pacquiao might be the one that's going to be pushing Keith back. Take a look at Keith Thurman real quick. VADA Clean Boxing Program enrolled. Shout out to Keith Thurman, being a clean athlete, having no problem enrolling in the VADA Clean Boxing Program. Shout out to all the, what I'm saying? Every time I get an opportunity, man, I want to just give it up to clean athletes, man. Guys that don't have no problem at all enrolling in an all year round random blood and urine testing program. And that's VADA. VADA is the best, man. Let's see. 5'7.5". So, Keith is not that tall. 5'7.5" with a 69-inch reach. And let me look at Manny Pacquiao real quick. See the differences between these guys, sizing each other up. My brother Angel, what's up, my bro? Says, yeah, man, UDC, we back, baby. Smash the like button. Yes, indeed, we here. I mean, Manny Pacquiao has a lot of experience, man. He got 7 losses, but 60, 61 wins, man. This man has a total of, he damn near got 70 fights, man. Manny has fought a lot. 61 wins, 7 losses, 3 by knockout. 39 KOs, 56% KO ratio. Let's see, 5'5", 5.5". So Keith got about 2 inch reach, 2 inch height advantage, and about 2 inch reach advantage. So there you have it, man. But Manny is still a dangerous fighter. Manny is still a dangerous fighter, even at 40. Even at 40 years old. So this fight right here, man, definitely should happen. If it was up to me, I would have the unification between Errol and Sean as maybe a main event, and throw Keith and Manny on the undercard, or vice versa. I would just like to see them both on the same card. That would be dope, man. Shit, I don't care. They can price that shit $100. I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. That's good. That's a good card. I don't care who else you put on underneath that. If you got Sean Porter versus Errol Spence and then Keith versus Manny on the same card, I'm with it. That's pay-per-view. Put good names on the same card. Don't just have one guy that people know and like and want to see, and then have a bunch of bums on the undercard. That ain't gonna get it done. That ain't gonna get it done. I think PBC owes us better. They gave us 2 trash ass pay-per-views. They did. If it was great, I would say it. I'm a realist. You know what I mean? I don't hate on PBC. I just tell it like it is. Niggas take the truth and make it like it's hate. No, I'm just telling the truth. That AB versus Pacquiao card, that was garbage. And that fucking Spence versus Mike Garcia, that definitely was garbage. Andrew Santos says, I think Thurman versus Pac will be the logical fight for both. Kind of like a tournament, Sean versus Errol on the same card. I will pay 100 for that. Hell yeah, I'll pay 100 for that. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Everybody want to brag about how many fighters Al Heyman got, but why he don't use them right? If you want to do pay-per-views, why you won't just use like 4 of those good names on each card? I mean, come on now. You can do that instead of trying to just stretch it out and make all of these guys, pay-per-view headliner, just to milk the fans. And that's why I be paying attention to. Like, man, stop trying to play it. Stop trying to pimp the fans, man. That's why I start calling them, PBC, pimping boxing casuals, because stop trying to pimp us, man. Give us good product, man. We don't mind paying to see your fighters, Al. But give us good product, bro. Give us a good pay-per-view card. We're going to pay good money for this, man. This shit ain't cheap, dog. This shit ain't cheap. Bless us with a great entertainment, man. A great show. Niggas want to show up to the actual event. For the ones that can't be there, they want to buy a pay-per-view because they want to support you. A lot of these is black athletes. I want to support them. I don't do this for the race shit. It's just, but hey, I want to support my own as well. But give us what we worth. You know what I mean? What it's worth. If I pay $100, I don't want to see Jay Leon Love as on the card at all, nigga, against nobody. I don't want to see Chris Arreola fighting somebody I ain't never heard of. Charles Demigod Martin. Like, come on. Be for real. That shit needs to be on Bounce TV, Brown Sugar app, goddamn Showbox. What is you doing? Like, what are all these fantastic fighters you got? Why can't you put them on the same cards? So I'm being for real, man. And I can say this shit because I've been paying my money. Now, if you're going to say Manny versus Keith and it's just them by themselves, like, I don't know if I'm going to pay pay-per-view for that, because you're going to give us some shitty-ass undercards. Now, if you had, like I say, both of them on the same card, hey, that's different. Sean Porter versus Spence, and then on the same card, Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. The winner out of both see each other next for ultimate PBC unification for the welterweight division. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. It's nothing. I mean, that's great for boxing, man. That's great for boxing, and we have something to look forward to. That would be such a meaningful event that everybody would want to pay for that, because we know whoever wins, you know, they're gonna go on to unify in another big pay-per-view event, and there's gonna be 3 belts on the line. Trav says PBC and Heyman don't give a fuck about us. It don't seem like it. It don't seem like it as of lately, for real. It just seems like it's just all about the money, pimping the fans for these pay-per-views. Just put one good ass name on there, one or two good ass names on there, and then just throw garbage on the rest, on the undercard. You know, do good promo. Like for instance, Deontay Wilder, on his IG page, great promo. Like that shit it's just, hey, I give credit where it's due. Like they do a good job promoting their top guys, but after all the hype and the promo simmer down, is it really a fantastic showdown like that? Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Brazil? Are we really supposed to be that hype for that? It's not. That's not nothing to just be so excited about, nigga. That's just a defense, man. You know, that's just a defense. And this is coming off you turning down $100 million, for whatever reason, loyalty and shit. But what if you get in there and get stretched? You get stretched by Brazil. What if that happens? Then you're gonna be thinking about that money you passed up on, and you could have walked out of there with 20 to get stretched, or 20 to win. Like either way, like that's point I'm making is that PBC got to do better, man. I'm telling you, man. Like it's they may be having some success now, but if they don't start taking care of the fans, like the fans been taking care of them, hey man, that shit gonna change, bro. People gonna be, ain't gonna be fucking with that shit. You can only manipulate and play niggas for so long before they be like, okay, look, I got y'all's game. I see the game. I've been seeing the game. I'm just ready for them niggas to change up. That's why I go hard on them like that, because I'm like, damn, I literally care, nigga. If I didn't care, I'd be like, man, fuck PBC. I ain't paying for y'all pay-per-views. Woo, woo. I'll be telling niggas like other niggas do. Niggas stream the shit. I don't never encourage nigga to go stream some shit. I don't do that. For what, man? Support who you want to support. But I will tell the truth and say, you know what? This car was great, or this car was garbage. Oh, they need to do this better. Because we paying a lot of money, our hard-earned money, to support your fighters, nigga. To support your fighters, however you looking at this shit, hey man, you could be looking at like, well, these are just my hoes, and y'all niggas tricking your money out. Well, look, nigga, we give a lot of money to your hoes, okay? And a lot of us are getting tired of being tricking our money off on these same hoes. Just using this as an analogy, but still, they kind of got that. It seemed like it's a pimp mentality. Use these niggas, like hoes, and we over here tricking our money off. But yet, no, we ain't even getting everything we paid for. Boxing Monster, what's up, man? Oh, Angel Santos says, shit, throw Maul versus Korobov too, since it was so close. I mean, something, another good name than Jamal. Matt Korobov gave a good fight. You gotta give us something, man. Give us at least 2 or 3 legitimate competitive fights. Not one-sided, tune-ups. That's all we've been watching a lot lately on these pay-per-views. There's a bunch of tune-ups. Like when the Broner versus Pacquiao shit happened. Hurd, I mean, I ain't got no problem with Hurd. Hurd is the real deal. I give him utmost respect. But my only issue with that was he fought a tune-up. on a pay-per-view card. Like, Hurt, I don't want to see you in no tune-ups, fam. Not on pay-per-view. Like, if they would have had Hurt versus Julian J Rock on that pay-per-view, that's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. That's pay-per-view. Not you versus somebody we ain't never heard of or seen before. That was a comeback fight. That was a warm-up. A stay busy fight. That's not what pay-per-view should be about, man. Like them other fights just be occupied the time, let the time go by until the main event come. No, nigga, niggas is paying super top dollars for them seats, paying damn near $100 for pay-per-views to be entertained the whole way through. Do better. Do better, man, to entertain us. Boxing Mouse says the best Heyman pay-per-view card, Mayweather versus Cotto and Canelo versus Mosley. That was before Mayweather went to jail, so I don't know if it was under Golden Boy or just Mayweather Promotions. I think that was Mayweather Promotions. Yeah, Mayweather was already on his own at that time. But yeah, I mean that Canelo. You said Canelo versus Mosley. I don't know. I don't remember that one, that card. But I remember the Mayweather. Who was it? Mayweather Canelo. That shit was said Mayweather versus Cotto and Canelo. Oh, and Canelo. See, I don't know about the Canelo versus Mosley card, but I remember the Mayweather versus Canelo card was dope. That was one of the best ones I seen. He said Angel Santos says plus all the belts with KOing AJ not once but twice, and then having a rematch with Tyson Fury to make it a potential $500 million revenue fight. I mean, damn, just ridiculous. Look, all that damn money on the table for some loyalty. When history shows us, if you lose, loyalty is like what? What does that mean? Okay, they loyal to money. Wherever the money is, that's where they gonna go. And if you lose, you know, you got to work your way back up to get to that money. Samuel Shaw said the world's economics is based off of pit mentality. Yeah, man. Shame. It's a damn shame. I don't have that mentality. I disassociate from people who got that mentality, man. Just using people, man, for their own money, for the dollar. That's how the world leaders do, man. It's just they trying to adopt that same mentality. Certain people adopt the same mentality. You ain't got to do that, you know. But this Manny versus Keith Thurman fight, you know, um, you can say it makes more sense. This is not like no unification per se. It's just a WBA unification, like of the unifying the regular and the super title in the WBA. So we know who is the official WBA champion. We know that's Keith because he's been holding it down and defending for so long. But at the end of the day, man, Manny Pacquiao is still there, and he is in the same sanctioning body. Whereas you got a guy above you, his name is Keith Thurman. So if you want to take over that division, if you want to take over that sanctioning body, man, you got to go through Keith. No sense you skipping, doing some shit like focusing on somebody else in a whole different sanctioning body. Why don't you get to the top of yours first? And then you can think about being unified. Then guys are going to be, you know what I mean? Like, if Manny go and beat Keith, you already know. Every fight after that, if it's unification, it's pay-per-view for sure. Pay-per-view for sure. It's not even a question about it. Keith unifying, you probably be like, I don't know if this pay-per-view or not. Manny Pacquiao is a star. Manny Pacquiao is bigger than all of them, name-wise. Champ Ross says PBC should have already shut it down with stacked cards like Don King used to do back in the 80s, 90s. They refused to do it because they want to keep the charade going, just like they doing at 147 for 5 years. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I'm just like, I can't be the only one that see this shit. I can't be the only one that's just talking about how, these motherfuckers is really pimping the fans, bro. Y'all niggas want to brag all day long about how much talent and how much, this and that they got over there. But then you see how they're using them. They're using them to just pimp us, man, with these pay-per-views. They're trying to turn all these guys into pay-per-view stars. Arrow, you see how they trying to do Tank. That's why they trying to, protect that nigga's career. They don't want to put him in no tough competitive fights right now. You know, who else they trying to, they already recruited Manny, so they got Manny over there as a piece now. They're trying to make Deontay Wilder this pay-per-view star now. So I mean, they just trying to raise up this pay-per-view shit. It's like, okay, look, if they become pay-per-view stars, they become pay-per-view stars. But if you want us to pay our money for pay-per-view, bruh, you're gonna have to give us some great entertainment all the way through. At least 2 to 3 good championship competitive fights, man. Take care of the fans. The fans take care of you, so you take care of the fans. You know, just like, man, if you go to a restaurant, you order a good ass meal, and it's expensive, right? It's like if I go to Papados or something, I pay fucking goddamn $40, $50 for a plate. Nigga, I want everything on that plate hidden. I don't want just the fucking goddamn, I'm saying, lobster be hidden and then the shrimp is like trash and the vegetables undercooked and it's just, or somebody get a steak and it's not even cooked all the way through. It's like, what the fuck? You know how much I paid? You better go and you better make me a new plate. If you paying a lot of money, man, you expect the best based on what you paying. Now if you go in there, you pay $5 and your shit is not, your food ain't hidden, like, nigga, well, nigga, you got what you paid for. What'd you expect, nigga? It's $5. You got it. What's up, man?
Yeah. What up, Black? What's going on, yo?
Man, we talking about this Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman.
Oh, they announced that joint?
I mean, I feel like this fight makes more sense, and a lot of people saying that this fight makes more sense for both of them. Like this fight could definitely happen.
Oh man, that's dope, man. Well,
What's your thoughts on
shit.
that?
Man, my thoughts on that. First off, salute, man. We had some technical difficulties early on my joint, man, but I just happened to check out the hangouts, man, and I got on the road and shit, and I was like, man, my boy Black finally did that hangouts I was asking him about. You know what I'm saying? So we back though, baby. They might have held my channel down, but we got two, baby. Yo, smash that like button. It's Friday. If you living, if you loving life, let's get it then, man. It's Friday. Make today count. But about Thurman and Pacquiao, shit. Pacquiao might be catching Thurman at the right time while a lot of you bullshitting out there. For
mm,
real. I'm
mm-hmm.
being real now, y'all. I know we got a lot of Keith Thurman Keith Thurman still got fans, but the shit that he's been doing lately, how can you respect that? You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I mean, he's not calling out. He's not trying to fight the top fighters right now, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I mean, you got your tune-up fight. Boom, you good. You knocked the dust off. You back in training camp. You good. You knocked the weight off because you made 147. You
Mm-hmm.
defended your belt, so you knocked all that weight off. I heard Keith Thurman got as high as 200. Yeah, this is 200. Yeah,
Yeah.
Keith Thurman got as high as 200. A lot of people don't know that. 200 pounds. You
Damn.
know, he's a welterweight, you guys. 147.
Yeah.
I mean, Earl Spence, they say Earl Spence gets up to 180, so, and I'm not talking about low 180s, you know what I'm saying? So, these guys
Yeah.
go to training camp, man, and it's like a weight loss camp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
The only guy that I know that trains year round and that stays on weight is Chance
But
Crawford. I got to give him
but
credit for that.
yep.
I got to give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying? His
Check.
You know what I'm saying? So Terrence Crawford, as much as you guys think that I think Errol Spence will win that fight? Yeah, I think he'll win that fight. I think size will play a major part in that fight. But Crawford has skill, man. You know, it's a razor thin. I'm not picking Errol Spence just like by a landslide. And when I picked Errol Spence last night against Terrence Crawford, they on Goodfellas when I was in the chat, he said, "What about Mikey Garcia? You know, they gonna bring that joint up. They gonna keep bringing that joint up." I'm
Yeah.
like, Mikey Garcia took his ass whooping like a man, and he didn't get knocked out or stopped. No, contrary to belief,
Mm-hmm.
Earl Spence, if he could have knocked him out, he would have knocked him out. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You know what I'm saying?
So
If
you
he could have
think
knocked him
Errol
out.
purposely didn't knock him out?
I mean, some people say that, man. You know, I've been hearing that, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely been hearing that. You know, but I'm
Wow.
gonna be honest with you guys, man. I truly believe that right now, Earl Spence is the best welterweight, but Terrence Crawford is like right on his heels, man. And I'm not even talking about the numbers. I know a lot of people want to bring the numbers into it. You got to bring the numbers into it at one point, you know, because boxing is a business, you know. But the numbers got to be right for the Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao. And Manny Pacquiao, come on, man, he's older now. I mean, if he takes an Earl Spence fight, man, he's already old and he's been through so many wars. I mean, could you imagine a Pacquiao versus Earl Spence fight, man?
68 fights, bruh.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you know, the brain, the head, you know, the head cannot withstand all that punishment. And I was looking at some of Manny Pacquiao older fights, man. He took heavy shots.
Yeah.
This ain't a guy like Floyd Mayweather, you guys. Okay, Manny Pacquiao is not like Floyd Mayweather, where he's a very elusive and doesn't get hit a lot. Manny Pacquiao takes very, very, very much significant punches in his fights, you guys. Heavy
Mm-hmm.
punishment in a lot of his notch fights. If he's fighting an A-level, A-class fighter at the time, he's taking punishment straight up. Now
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna give it out, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be the battle of fortitude and who can take the most. And obviously, Manny Pacquiao, you've seen his resume. He's came on the winning end of most of those battles, but still, he's been in those battles, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So,
A lot of
with that being
experience.
said, man, how much does Manny Pacquiao got left, Black? My
I don't
question to you.
know. I honestly don't know, man. I would say that, hey, it could be like a WBA unification fight between Keith and Manny because you got the regular champ versus the super champ.
Oh yeah.
They actually fought, what was it, a week or 2 weeks apart? So, and we know Sean is totally focused on Errol. I think Errol should be totally focused on Sean. Manny did a Twitter poll, and Errol Smith's name was not on that list. So he don't have no interest in fighting Errol.
Who was
So
on the poll? Was Danny on the joint?
Danny, Keith, Mayweather, and I think Sean.
Who was the top?
I don't know. I didn't even see the votes and all of that
Don't
shit.
nobody want to see the Mayweather joint again, man. I ain't trying to go to sleep, man.
Yeah,
I ain't trying. No, don't disrespect the Manny, but I ain't trying to go to sleep, man.
yeah, yeah,
I believe that the Manny Pacquiao, the most exciting fight to make would either be the Earl Spence Manny Pacquiao or the Keith Thurman Manny Pacquiao. Or you can
yeah.
make even a case for Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. All of those guys are good fights, man. To be honest with you, one of the ones that underrated fights that I want to see is Danny Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao. I think that's a really good fight, man. But it ain't no belts on the line, so the intrigue might not be there anymore. The lust for it might not be there for it anymore. If if
Mm.
if Danny Garcia could have won that fight against Sean Porter, which I thought he won, the fuck y'all talking about in the chat? I
Who?
thought
Which
he won
fight?
that joint, but huh?
Which fight?
Sean Porter, Danny Garcia.
You felt Danny won the fight?
Yeah, I thought Danny did enough to pull that joint out, man. But like I said, it was a very tough, close fight. I'm not, crying over spilled milk, but he definitely won. And you know what? Kudos to him. Kudos to him. And may the best be with Sean Porter. But I think doomsday is coming for Sean Porter. Every fighter's gonna have doomsday, and I'm telling you guys right now. A lot of you guys in the chat say PBC, and PBC is king of where that's where the duck fighters fight at. You know what I'm saying? They don't fight top level opposition. They fighting smaller fighters. They're doing this. They're doing that. You gotta build these names up, dude. You think these multi $1 million entrepreneurs that invested in PBC are just gonna let Keith Thurman and Earl Spence just fight one of the only two welterweights that they have undefeated that's left. I mean, cause let's be honest, Keith Thurman still's got that O, baby. And how Keith Thurman said, I got an O, and I ain't afraid to let it go. My mama beat me, my daddy beat me, you beat me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, baby. I love the old Keith Thurman, man. Damn, man. I miss that dude.
The old Keith, yeah, the old
The
Keith.
old Keith Thurman, the
He was
motherfucker
great for
that got in the
boxing.
ring and it was knockout time, baby.
Yeah.
KOs for life. How he say it?
Yep. Chaos for life, man. But I kind of agree with you, man, when you said that Manny could be catching Keith at the right time. Cause like you say, this ain't the old Keith.
Catching Keith. Yeah, he could. I know for one thing, if that was Manny work and it was Josecito Lopez, and if it was Manny Pacquiao instead of Josecito Lopez, Manny Pacquiao might have put Keith Thurman. Because
He was
that left from Manny, he still got that power though, man. You see how he just pulverized Matisse? And I mean,
yeah,
shit, he beat Adrian Broner to a pulp. I mean, Adrian Broner didn't want to throw anymore. You
yeah.
know, he didn't want to throw anymore. He used Adrian Broner's best asset against him. He used the old dog as a he taught a new dog. He was an old dog and taught a new dog old tricks. Because
Mm-hmm.
he took away from what he could do. You know, Adrian Broner's is so keen on defense and precision. He didn't have any one of those in that fight. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
was shelling up. He had he was defensive minded, but he was getting hit and he wasn't throwing. So when you add those two up, equals a loss. L every time. L.
yeah,
So I think Adrian Broner needs to go back to the drawing board. I think he needs to go back to 140 straight up. I want to see the old AB back, man. I want to see some of these fighters, man, be in a right division. A lot of these fighters get comfortable in divisions that they shouldn't even be in, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Mikey Garcia really didn't have no business going to 147, but nobody was trying to fight Earl Spence, so he had to go.
nah, I ain't gonna say that. You said
Who did?
nobody.
I mean, Terrence Crawford wanted to fight him, but I mean, come on,
Not
man.
even Terrence. Ugas wanted to fight him. Collazo wanted to fight him. It was
Yeah, I
welterweights
mean,
wanted to
not
fight
guys
him.
like that, but you know what I'm saying. At some point, this is a business, so the guy got to make some money, man. You know, Earl
Right.
Spence, in my
Errol
opinion, got
Errol
to make money. You
Errol
know, that
became the
Collazo
money
fight
man.
ain't that
He,
Collazo fight ain't making no M's, dog. I'm sorry, that joint
it's
ain't
about
making no
money.
M's.
That's the PBC side, man. It's about the money now, man. It ain't about just
It's about the money. It's about the money, but then again, it's about man. Like PBC's got the best stable right now, man. And I feel like there's so much can be done with the stable that PBC has right now, man. You can mix and match so many different fighters in the welterweight division. You know, I mean, shit. You can even fucking put, you can either put, I don't know how long Jared Hurd is gonna stay at 154 or Charlo. Could you imagine seeing a Jermell Charlo versus Keith Thurman? Let's go!
what?
That's a hype fight right there, though, dog. I would buy
This
that
nigga
shit.
just said Keith Thurman and Jabril
No,
Charlo.
that's a hype fight, but that's a fight that can happen though. Seriously, that's a fight that can
Wow.
happen. Seriously though,
At what weight class? What weight?
at 154,
Man.
Keith Thurman a big 154 pounder, man. I mean, a 147 pounder. He's big. I'm telling you, pause. I'm telling you. But
Yeah,
it's one of those things, man. Like I said, PBC has
I think Keith get
almost
his ass beat.
infinity matchups, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, Charlo's got Harrison problems, so we can't even go there right now. You know what I'm saying? Charlo's got big time Harrison problems. Hey, bro, plug this up to this cord right here. But yeah, man, I
Yeah.
mean, what do you think about different matchups? What do you think? How long do you think Earl Spence can wait, man? He said he said he needs a fight, in July before he blows up again. He said that in an interview.
Wait. You said
So
how long does Errol Spence have to wait? What you mean? He ain't
no,
gotta wait for
how long does he gotta wait for Terrence Crawford, or how long does Terrence Crawford gotta wait for Earl Spence, and how long is Errol Spence gonna be at 154, man?
at 147, you mean?
I mean 147. Yeah, you know, until he moves up to 154.
Well,
Because he already been hinting at it. If you haven't listened to his interviews lately, he's
that's what
been
I say,
saying something
man.
about like 154 a lot. He's been saying, I fight Jared Hurd if he needs an opponent and shit like all this other shit.
Nah, I don't
I'm
want to
like,
hear.
damn, dude, you all on Jared Hurd's joint, man.
I don't. I just think we need to stay focused, man. I don't want to hear about Errol going to 154 facing Jared Hurd. I want to hear about Errol going to 160 facing Canelo. I want to hear him say, "Sean Porter, you next." Strap season. That's the unification.
Snaps.
I don't want to
So
hear him
look,
about saying nothing else.
so you think Earl Spence? So you think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna be Earl Spence and Sean Porter next. What do you think?
That's the only fight I want to hear about because this
Oh,
is the guy
but
that
no,
they
that's
say
the only fight that you want to hear about. But is that the fight that's gonna happen next though? There's a difference.
that's the only fight that should happen next. Otherwise, it's going to be a duck.
Oh, it's gonna be a duck. Oh, okay.
How can you see it any other way? If Sean Porter says saying yes already to the fight, Errol, this is a unification.
Yeah,
What I
you
mean,
right though.
we can't give Errol no pass for Duck and Sean. People want to talk about this. Is what I'm seeing. People was talking shit about Sean for Duck and Errol.
Yeah,
Now he's chasing Errol, and now people
yeah.
starting to say shit like, "Why would he want to go after Errol right now? He's stupid. He just got a WBC belt." What do y'all mean? This is what this shit is supposed to be about. Unifications. I want to see the PBC fighters unified. This shit is don't make it. There's nothing else to do. Like if you got a strap, another strap available, Errol, it's time to get it. Wait, because this man's told Crawford in his face, he said, "Why wouldn't I go the easy road?" And he said, "Sean Porter's the easy road. Let's get that easy strap. Let's get that easy strap.
Who you
That's
think
easy."
wins that fight? Oh, salute.
Who do I think wins that fight?
Huh?
I mean, I think I get a slight edge to Errol.
You do?
Yeah, I do, but I think that it could go either way because it just depends on the game plan. I think that Errol needs to fight a similar style to how he fought Mikey, but he's gonna have to he's gonna have to counter. He definitely gonna have to counter because I think Sean is gonna be coming at him. Sean gonna test him. Sean need to be in his chest, man. Don't give him no space. If he give Errol space and make it a comfortable fight for Errol, Errol gonna outbox him easy. I don't see nobody getting stopped. I don't see nobody getting stopped, but I definitely can see Errol staying on the outside, controlling him with the jab, countering him, throwing a straight left to the body, straight left upstairs, tie him up. You know, if the nigga try to get in with that inside wild shit. But I think Sean, his best bet is make it an ugly fight. Ugly. Go back to that wild shit he used to do. The way he
Yeah.
fought Keith, the way he fought Berto, like
That
normal
dog.
Sean, dog Errol. I think he
Hey
can
man,
dog
you
Errol.
guys might have took some of that dog out of him though, man. Hey y'all, first off, smash the living hell out of that like button, you guys. Come on, man. Either you hating it or you loving it. You know what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways. Smash that like button. You hear me? Smash that like button. Corley Boxing said it. Black Horseman in the building. Let's get it. Smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, you better subscribe to Black Horseman. He got 2 channels. He putting in that work. Show the brothers some love, man.
Salute,
You
bro.
got a brother some love, man. A lot of you brothers out there sneak dissing. Fuck you.
Let me see.
What's up,
Joe in the chat says, y'all notice how Errol wasn't looking as ripped in his last fight with
my
drug
brother said,
testing?
"What's up?
What's up, bro? What's going on?
What's up? How you doing, Black Horseman?"
Hey, I'm all good, man. Just talking this boxing, man.
Okay.
Talking this boxing. Who you got in that fight, man? Errol versus Sean.
Earl versus Sean. He said, "Who do you got in that fight?" He's asking you.
Earl.
Errol, how you got him winning? By decision, knockout?
Uh-oh.
I'm Earl all day.
Whoa,
I
what are
can't
you?
change.
Uh-oh.
What are you, Black Horseman, in that fight?
I told Corey I get a slight edge to Errol. I give a slight edge
He said the
to Errol.
slight edge. He said the slight edge, K. Do you feel like Earl Spence, if Sean Porter does some of that dumb shit he was doing in the U.S. fight, do you
Earl
think?
don't really let people touch him, though.
But can Earl Spence knock out Sean Porter, in your opinion? Honestly.
Yeah, I think
These are honest opinions.
I don't think Sean Porter messing with him.
Yeah, I think that Sean Porter best bet. Like I don't think Sean can outbox Errol, but I think that he can probably dog Errol. Like if he just try to rough him up, just make it an ugly fight, use that football tactic shit, he can probably get like after the 4th round, Errol need to have a busted eye, busted lip, bloody nose, cut, something. If it's
Yeah,
gonna be a pretty fight, I think Errol outbox him easy, easy.
yeah, yeah.
But
I agree.
it just depends, man. You know, because I think that Errol's gonna be on his back foot. I think Sean gonna be coming forward. If Sean try to fight the same way he fought against Ugas and Danny, he gonna lose. He definitely gonna lose. It's gonna be an easy win for Errol. I don't see him knocking him out though.
God damn, not easy though, Black is it?
Yeah, because I think Errol's a better boxer. He's better. He's technical, man. His I liked his head movement in the fight against Mikey, but the difference is it's a different opponent. Sean is quicker than Mikey. He's taller than Mikey. He's stronger than Mikey. He's more aggressive than Mikey when he want to be. So I just think that Sean gonna have to be aggressive. He definitely got to come in tip top shape. He definitely can't get tired against Earl, you know. But I
Yeah,
think Earl is going to want to be comfortable in that fight, man. He's gonna want to definitely not get into a goddamn dog fight, because I
yeah,
think that favors Sean. But that's why I say it just depends on who can execute that game plan better. But if I had
yeah,
to just pick right now, I definitely got to give the edge to I definitely got to favor Errol based on what I seen him doing his last fight and what I seen Sean doing his last fight. Errol looked more complete as a fighter than Sean to me. Let me read a few of these comments real quick.
Oh, go ahead, get to it, my
Shout out
brother.
to Joe. He's Charles D. He said Spencer's going to mix it up. Porter going to bull rush him and fuck around and walk into something. Boxing Monster says Spence by unanimous decision over Porter. What's up, Manzai? Charles D says I already predict Spence by UD. So everybody's a lot of people's
Nah, ain't
picking
no UD going on. Ain't no UD.
you picking knockout.
Yeah, it's knockout, baby.
How you gonna knock him out? He didn't knock out Mikey.
He gonna knock out Sean, yo. Sean sloppy as fuck. Mikey better than Sean Porter, man. Come on, man.
So do you
Mikey
you you agree
Garcia is a
with
better boxer than Sean Porter. I don't care what nobody say. Fuck him.
you said Mikey Garcia is a better boxer than Sean?
Hell yeah. 10 times better. Sean
Wow.
Porter's so wild, man. He don't even hold his hands up half the time, man. I mean, he just be
What
getting
about how he
hit.
fought? What about how he fought Danny?
He fought Danny. I mean, Danny was trading with him. Danny played his game. Dumbass game to play, but you know what I'm saying? He played his game.
You
And
don't
he fell
think?
right into Sean Porter's slugfest.
But you agree that Danny's a good boxer, right?
Danny's definitely a good boxer, man.
Sean
But
outboxed him though.
yeah, I mean, no, I wouldn't say Sean out by. I thought he won though, so how can I can't say that. I told you 10 times over. I thought Danny won. So, but I said it was a close fight. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Mm-hmm.
one judge decided that fight, Black Horseman. It ain't like it was a landslide. It was a split decision. One judge had Danny winning by 3 or 4 rounds. I believe. No, by like 4 rounds. I believe. I believe. It was one.
This
Now
nigga
I'm out.
Samuel Shaw in the chat says Sean coming with that dog fight. I'm picking Sean over Errol slightly.
Oh yeah, I gotta. Hey yo, get his name and number, yo.
Sam Shaw. He know you.
Get
He
that
you know what I'm
nigga's
saying.
name
He hear you.
and number.
That's what I said. If it becomes a dog fight, if it become like a rough, I think if Sean can cut off the ring and back Errol to the corner or to the ropes and just
Yeah.
like you know what I mean, like just rough him up on the inside, it could definitely be it could favor him. But I say like if I had to choose, I'll have to get a
That's
slight edge
right.
to Errol right now.
You said
Charles D says Thurman was hitting Porter clean. What up, Trav? He says two factors. One, Vada. Two, Porter is tough. Never been KO'd. That's true. That's true. He has never been KO'd. He only hit the canvas. He cleanly got dropped by Broner in that fight. And then
I'm on smoking head.
a lot of people like to say that Ugas dropped him, but that wasn't really a knockdown. But he was just, I feel fatigued. He was
Yeah, he
fatigued to
looked
where
fatigued. Yeah.
he just was trying to get a break, take a knee and try to, get a little breather or whatever. But yeah, man, I just feel like that's gonna be a good fight, man. That's gonna be a good fight. I don't like I say it just depends. It depends on the game plan of Sean. Sean gonna have to switch some shit up. Errol don't really have to switch too much up from how he fought in his last fight. He just gotta be sharper on his defense.
Man, I
Cause
think that I think that body work gonna slow Sean down on Earl Spence, man. I'm sorry, man. And
but you
I truly believe. I know a lot of people say that Mikey Garcia took an ass whooping in that fight, and a lot of people said Mikey Garcia might have learned in that fight. But I truly believe, I believe that Earl Spence learned a lot in that fight. I believe Earl Spence answered a lot of questions in that fight. You know,
He did. He
you
did.
know,
He let everybody know he can box. He showed me some stuff in there
you
in
know what
that
I'm
fight.
saying? Like real boxing fans know what to look for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it did show me that I was just shocked that he couldn't hurt Mikey though. 350 plus punches, and I was like, damn, he couldn't even hurt him. So that was what concerned me. And so when I'm looking at Sean, a guy who's naturally bigger, who moves around good at that weight, who's fought there, has been experienced. I mean, Sean resume is nice, nigga. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So this ain't no, you know what I'm saying, some little nigga coming up. This nigga Sean has been in there. And I think he know what he got in front of him. So I'm sure that he was able to look at that fight, even that dominant win over Mike, and say, you know what? I think I can take this nigga.
hold on real quick, Black.
Trav says he has to be on top of his Mike Tyson game. If he fights like that, he fights like how he did with Ugas, he loses. I agree with you. He can't fight the way he fought against Ugas. He need to go back to running back Porter. Got to go back to running back Porter. That's the only way he gonna get it done, or only way he gonna have a good chance of. That's his best chance of winning. Is be fucking linebacker, defensive end, running back up the middle, HB dive, nigga. Charles D says best resume at welter. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean niggas talk mad shit about Sean, but when you look at his resume, you gotta shut that shit up. You gotta shut it up because this nigga ain't ducking no phase, bro. I mean, he in there with top competition. Yeah, he came up short twice, but it was tough fights. It wasn't like he got dominated, you know. It wasn't like he got just dominated. It wasn't Sean never looked like, damn, he shouldn't have been in there. Mikey looked like, damn, he should never been in there with Earl. Not not Sean. She ain't never been in a fight where it's just like, you know what, this nigga had no business being in there. You know. Charles D says Spence gonna take another belt from Porter. Got his IBF and now coming for his other. Well, shit. Porter lost it to Kale. You know, Spence took that belt, from Kale, and hey, but we gotta give Sean Porter respect, man. He's a champion now, and now he willing to put his belt on the line. Is Errol willing to put his belt on the line to fight? You know, to fight another champion in his division. You see what I'm saying? So this is a big test. Hey, I'm not giving Errol no pass if he ducked this fight, bro. I'm not. It's nobody else out there right now for you, man. This is the fight to make. You know, you're not fighting Bud Crawford. You know the Keith fight ain't available. Manny don't want to fight you, and you got a champion calling you out who's willing to put his strap up. He put his WBC in the pot. You gonna throw your IBF in the pot? Whoever wins, take all. Let's get it. Strap season. Charles D says they better. Both don't have an opponent. There's no excuse, man. There's no excuse. No excuse at all. So I'm not giving that nigga no pass for ducking, bro. You know, hey, I'll give Errol his full credit, as a champion, and like I stated before in the previous live stream, if this nigga takes Sean Porter's belt, he's the number one welterweight, until Keith or Crawford can prove otherwise. You know, he will become the number one welterweight in my eyes. He will be a unified champion. You unify the WBC and the IBF, nigga, you got my respect as the number one welterweight. And Keith better come get out of his comfort zone and come change that. I think
Yeah, I
Keith
mean,
been I think Keith been riding that wave too long about him being number one because he's the only one that held two straps out of all the champions in that division. So
yeah, that's
if
true.
Errol can get that, Keith gonna be forced to come out and fighting or be commentator full time. Better figure it out.
Get your
Better figure that shit
commentary
out.
up, baby.
So
You
Charles
think?
D says, "Win the strap up."
Hey, Black.
Yeah,
Hey, you think that Keith Thurman? Do you think Keith Thurman is the number one welterweight?
At this moment, right
At
now,
this moment, right now, he got the WBA strap. The
at
strap.
as far as what he's accomplished, yes, off accomplishments. Do I feel like he is the best fighter right now? Like he will win, beat all those guys? No, I can't say that
You know
right
what
now.
I just thought about, and I mean, I've been known this, but you know what you know what I noticed? We got four world champions, dude. We got four
Yeah, we do.
we got four world champions in the welterweight division, man. And I just think it plays out. It plays out, man. This is gonna the next year and a half to 2 years is gonna be awesome in the welterweight division. I mean, we're gonna get some fights that we really want to see. I believe, man. I really do. I really truly believe that, man. Could you imagine us having one champion by 2020? I just could just, oh man, just one welterweight champion. And I mean, if we do get one champion by 2020, is Mayweather possibly coming out of retirement if you get one champion? Hey, it's something to think about, baby. Just saying, you know. Hey,
Yeah, this nigga Floyd, you know,
yeah. Floyd probably. Do you think Floyd beats the champions at the belt holders right now? And I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Gotta handle something.
I mean, in 2020, shit, you know, the more time go by, the more risk it is for Floyd Mayweather trying to return and fight a top guy, a guy who's red hot, who's been active, you know, taking out champion after champion, and then he gonna be looking like, oh, this nigga want to give me a payday, get this nigga here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna beat on it. I'm gonna beat his brains in. He ain't gonna be the same, you know. So, in my opinion, man, Floyd need to just stay out of the sport. Stay out of the sport, you know. Um, but that's the thing about it, man. I already know. Boxing Mouth says Floyd would get his ass beaten. Yeah, fuck Floyd. I'm not thinking about Floyd Mayweather right now, bro. You know, the only fight that I think makes sense for Floyd is maybe you coming back and facing Pacquiao in a rematch. Now, if Pacquiao ends up just shocking the world and becoming the number one welterweight and have all the titles, then yeah, that fight would make sense because these niggas the same age. They both 40. But if it's anybody else, one of them young guns like Crawford, Thurman, or Spence, forget about it. Forget about it. You know, I'm not sleeping on Floyd. I know Floyd got skills, but hey, we talking about at the rate PBC been moving. We talking about 2021 or some shit. So is Floyd gonna be the same at that time, being 42, 43 years old, 43 years old? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Joe says Thurman's still top dog at 147. Only reason why I say that is because yeah, this guy he's beat two of the best guys, two of the top guys in the division. You know, he was the unified champion. You know, so just off what he's accomplished, yeah, I gotta say yeah, Keith. But if Errol beats Sean, I gotta say it's Errol. He's got to, you know what I mean, because he's gonna be the current unified welterweight champion. And I would love to see Keith step up and try to change that. You know, because they're already trying to give Errol that number one stamp. He's done. You look at his resume, you be like, that shit don't add up. Shit don't add up. You know, beating, Brooke, and then after that, you beat Lamont Peterson, Ocampo, Mikey. That doesn't add up to being the top dog at welterweight. You know, a lot of that shit is just hype and fanboys. You know, but Thurman has been doing it consistently. Once again, I stated this earlier in my previous live stream. He has the most title defenses out of everybody. So not only was he a unified champion, he still has the most title defenses as a reigning champion in the welterweight division. So and nobody has topped that. So Thurman is still top dog, but he's been riding at his previous accomplishments. Like that's what I don't like. Like you riding a wave of what you did in the past, but present day you ain't doing shit. Present day, coming out as of recent, you struggle against Teofimo, because of your long ass layoff. And you got other guys that's been making noise. New champion. Sean Porter, the new champion. Errol Spence became a champion. Bud Crawford's a champion. It's a whole new look. So you're going to have to reprove that again, that you're the top dog, that you are still the top dog. So we got to see. We definitely got to see if Keith is going to remain the top dog. Because, yeah, we got to go off what the accomplishments are. What does he accomplish in the welterweight division? And Keith has accomplished the most in the welterweight division currently. One of the champions right now he already beat. You know what I'm saying? The other two haven't even fought uh, nowhere near top competition level of a Sean or a Keith. But like I said, Keith got the edge because he already beat Sean. Samuel Shaw says Floyd ain't coming back unless he gets 9 figures. Yeah, he money Mayweather. Charles, he said, till Spence got the strap and got on his ass. Samuel Shaw says, at Trav, Sean keys to victory. I'm biased. What's up, man? He says, if Thurman is trying to fight Manny, he about to cash out. You think he's just going to fight Manny and then that's going to be it for him? Look, nigga, hey, whatever. If Keith fight, I think that Manny and Keith fight makes sense right now. But if he just fights Manny and gets out of the sport, get out. Yeah, get on out of here. I'm gonna pay attention to who actually wants to be the best in the divisions. This ain't no fanboy shit over here. Like, if these niggas is trying to be commentator full time, get out. Go do that. You know what I mean? If you're not trying to prove that you the best, get out of the sport. I want to know who the best at welterweight is, and that's why these unifications got to be pushed. Niggas don't want to push that. Once again, like Corey stated, like I've stated in previous live stream, we got 4 champs, man. Bud, Sean, Spence, Keith. It's time to reduce the amount of champions we got. And the only way we're going to do that, we got to get these unifications going. Yeah, Charles says, drop them straps and go play the flute. Yeah, go play the flute, go play the piano. Nigga, learn to play the harp. Whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Trombone, whatever. If this ain't what you want to do, get out. Get out of the way. Don't hold up shit. We don't want to hear you talking about you still the number 1 welterweight if you're not going to be wanting to fight the top guys in your division. If you're not trying to unify. If you're not trying to be undisputed. If these guys not trying to unify and become undisputed, I don't fuck with them. I don't want to hear nothing from them. That's why I'm just it's concerning me when guys start want to talk about niggas ain't selling out family dinners and dumb shit. Like, nigga, what are you talking about? Didn't you say you want to be the best in the division? Don't you got to beat these top dogs. Stop trying to throw irrelevant shit in the mix when that shit has nothing to do with you becoming the top. You should want to be where all roads lead to you. So if Sean is in the way, go ahead and take care of that easy road, nigga. That's why I got to stay on Errol when he be talking that shit. Like, bro, you said this was the easy road. Why are we hesitating? Now the easy road chasing you. And now you want to bring up family dinners. This shit I be talking about, man. Shit I be talking about right here. So I stay thorough. I stay focused. Charles D says if Thurman pulls that shit, he gets an asterisk next to his name for ducking Spencer. But yeah, man, like your legacy is tarnished, bro. If you just, if you get this Manny fight and just cash out and never fight Spence, or Bud, never tries to unify again or whatever, like, bro, you done. You done. Your career will be forever, nigga, muddy. Right, Charles D. You got to hold him to what he say. You got an old, ain't afraid to let it go. Okay, let's see. Let's see. That's the thing about it. These guys get to the top level, they start talking, niggas start paying attention. We start holding them to their words, and then they switch up, and then we on their ass. That's why you can't be here talking about you the boogeyman and niggas is chasing you. You can't say you strap season and not want to unify. It just don't work like that. You can't say you want to be one face, one name, and now you don't want to unify. You want to talk about, oh, I got loyalty over here, this, whatever. Can't say you the, most feared, and guys just stepping to you. It don't work like that. Don't work like that. Model has definitely changed up, Charles. So everybody, man, get the smoke, because when you pay attention to what's been going on, it's like niggas is changing up, and then channels is changing up because these fighters is changing up. I'm staying focused. It's about unifying, undisputed. That's it. That's it. One face, one name, every division. Salmon Shaw says if Thurman's love and passion ain't there for boxing anymore, then it is better for him to leave boxing. Absolutely. Get your ponytail ass out of here, bro. Get out. If you ain't with that shit, nigga, go home, put up your white picket fence. You know what I'm saying? Be with your beautiful wife and just do what you do. Do what you do. But don't waste time, nigga. We don't want to see you here just talking shit. You know? That's why I fucks with Bud. Like, you don't see this nigga just talking shit. Nigga, he in the gym. He loved to, you know what I'm saying, to fight. If you don't love to fight no more, man, move, bounce. Remove yourself. Joe says, I believe Thurman will unify in 2020. I don't know, man. That's kind of, you know, I don't know about that. Thurman better get a move on. You know, I just don't like the fact that a lot of these PBC guys, they just looking at the bag, man. They looking at, well, what fight can give me the most money? You know, they don't want to. They're not thinking about unifications. Shout out to Sean. I give Sean his respect. I'm giving Sean the most praise right now because Sean is doing. He's good for boxing right now. He's doing what you. I mean, he fought a guy that was calling out Spence. Truth be told, Spence did not want to fight Ugas. He didn't. He was calling out Spence before Mikey called him out. Errol passed up on Ugas, gave Mikey a shot. This is just facts. Go research it. I remember putting up the video early last year. I was like, man, this is the fight need to happen right here. This nigga at the top of the sanctioning body, right behind Spence, and he calling him out. Everybody's coming up with excuses. Oh man, nobody even know this guy. What kind of respect is he going to get to fight Ugas? How much money is he going to make? Shut the fuck up. That nigga sounds stupid. What you mean? It's free smoke, nigga. What you mean? Send the same sanctioning body. Should be easy. Easy work. Then they start giving a pass for talking like a businessman. Now everybody on these channels and shit that's Thurman, that's Spence fans, is business talk now. They ain't even about unifications no more. I'm like, yeah, checkmate. Exactly. Charles D says that Samuel, that's real shit. Or if you lacking confidence, cough up that strap and keep it pushing. Absolutely. We need real champs in the division. Yes, sir.
So what's going on now? Yeah, but I'm back for a little. Yeah,
We talking about unifications, man. Pushing for these unifications. That's why I got to give Sean Porter the most respect, man.
Yeah.
Sean, the only one right now talking about unifying. Keith focused on Manny. You know, Spence is focused on Manny. You know, Crawford can't really do nothing right now. The PBC niggas don't want to fuck with him at all. They ain't even trying to even look his way. So since they ain't looking that way, I mean, I ain't really got no comment on Crawford. But I gotta give, I gotta give Sean his respect. He on the PBC side and he actually looking to unify. That's what it was supposed to have been about. Niggas then changed up. They ain't talking about unifications and undisputed no more. It's about he gotta go where the money's at. He can make more money with this guy, make more money with that guy. But a lot of people ain't talking about, well, you know, unify. I want to see one face, one name in the welterweight division. So the sooner Spence takes this fight with Sean Porter, if he take care of that easy road, guess what? Keith, we flaming the hell out of Keith. All right, Keith, you said you want that WBC. What the fuck you waiting on, bro? You need that strap. Now you ain't the number one. Spence the number one now because he took the WBC. So Keith gonna have to come see him. If Spence take care of that, hey, ain't nothing else to say. He is the top dog. Only one fight to be made. The mega fight between Spence and Crawford. And whoever wins that, nigga, is the top dog. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm pushing.
Do you think right now that Manny Pacquiao did the best thing he could do by signing with PBC? Because I mean, look, he's already made millions already by facing Broner and
I mean, you business wise, yes,
yeah.
yes. most definitely, because he's doing it's a good business move for him. Yeah, he
I
definitely
think because he fought Pacquiao. I mean Pacquiao fought Matisse on a co-promotional deal, one fight deal with Golden Boy, and then he signed with PBC for the Adrian Broner fight. So technically, Manny Pacquiao's only fought one fight with PBC.
hmm
Um, but I just think moving forward, how many fights does Pacquiao have left? And do you think they're trying to stretch his career out by not facing him with Errol Spence? We got to think about all of these things, Black. You
Do
know
I
what I
think
mean?
they're trying to stretch his career out by not facing him with Errol Spence?
I think they could possibly be that could be possibly what they're thinking. They're trying to get maximum revenue out of Manny Pacquiao, and I think if he faces a Earl Spence, um, it's no telling what could happen, man. I ain't gonna say Manny Pacquiao couldn't win that fight, but I'm not hooping and hollering and saying he is gonna win that fight. But
I mean, you
um,
saying they? I'm like, who is they? You think somebody's protecting him from Spence, or he just choosing not, or he's protecting his damn self
oh,
from Spence?
definitely, definitely. I think Manny Pacquiao will fight anybody.
It
I
might
think
just be a
Manny
good strategic
Pacquiao.
business move for himself. Like, I'm not trying to go that route right now.
Yeah, I just think it's whatever's best for his business. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's best for his business. But I just think at the end of the day, man, I want to see Manny Pacquiao fight one of these champions, man. That's all I gotta say, man. You know, I just want to see him fight one of these champions, man. Who would you rather see Manny Pacquiao fight next?
Keith,
Like out of huh?
Keith.
Oh, you want to see him fight Keith? You don't want to see him fight Earl?
I just feel like I want to see Errol fight Sean.
Oh,
That's a
okay. So you
unification
got your matchup set up already. Ain't no
already.
changing that.
It's easy.
So let me ask you this: Who does Crawford fight after he beats Khan? Because come on, now, let's be honest. We all know he's gonna beat Khan.
After he beats Khan, he probably gonna have to face because the PBC guys is not gonna look his way. He gonna have to fight Cavalli Oscars, Mean Machine.
And they said you guys there's still 6,700 tickets left still for that fight against Amir Khan versus Terrence Crawford. 6,700 tickets still left.
What was it?
Almost 7,000 tickets still left, you guys, for that venue.
Yeah, we about a month away.
Two
About a
weeks.
month away. No, April 20th.
Yeah, I mean after this weekend, what are we 2-3 weeks away? How much
But I mean, yeah, about 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
What's today?
So April, March 29th.
Oh, it's March 29th. All right, so we about 3 weeks away. But still, I mean, you don't think that's bad?
I don't
That's
care
better
about
than
the numbers, bro. I'll be honest with you. I don't get all into people's numbers and how much pay-per-views they're gonna
I
do. I let other
know.
people do that. I'm just talking about you asked me about who I feel Crawford should fight next. After that, hey, I mean, I already know that ain't gonna be no
But how?
PBC
But let me
guys to
ask
step
you
to
this
him.
though. But let me ask you this, Black. If Earl Spence were to concede and fight, Terrence Crawford, if they were to fight each other, um, who's to say that who's to say that Earl Spence is willing to give Terrence Crawford 50-50? You know? I mean, do you think it's a 50-50 fight, revenue wise?
Like I said, I don't get into them people's monies like that, bro. I just want to,
Yeah.
I just stay focused on if they gonna fight, they need to fight. I let them figure that out. Unifications and that's all I wanted to see. Unifications and undisputed. I don't know about who A side and all of that, fam.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know,
you.
same thing with the situation with Wilder and Joshua. I was just like, look, nigga, I just wanted to see undisputed, bro. I thought it was about one face, one name. I feel like if you want to reach, if you want to unify, you want to become undisputed, somebody gonna have to make a sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
So somebody gonna have to take less money. I don't know who should take what. I don't know who the A side.
Well, I mean,
Maybe it's Earl.
who do you got after everything's said and done? Since you don't want to talk about the business side and you don't really know about the business side, who do you think out of all the fighters, in the welterweight division and the ones that are coming up, Jerron Ennis too, after it's all said and done, who is going to be the top welterweight in this era?
So you including Jaron Ennis in this era right here?
Yeah, I think he gonna slide right on in, man. I think he gonna fit in right like a
Well,
glove.
he need to slide right into that top 15. He ain't ranked top 15 in no sanctioning body. I
Yeah,
checked.
I think
So
I think I think Jerron Ennis. I think they're gonna start moving him pretty
he
good, man.
nice though. Don't
He
get me
got a good
wrong. The
buzz.
nigga nice. The nigga's nice.
He said he
So
nice
I
though.
I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not shitting on him at all. The nigga can scrap. But as far as like I'm looking at the guys that's already been
Well,
in
the
the
guys that
picture.
are already in the
Not
picture, you can count those too. But there's some other guys coming up too that are coming up in the ranks and stuff like that, man. That are in the top 10, top 15, and maybe they might not even be in the top 10, top 15 now. But all it takes, to be honest with you, Black, to crack that top 10 and top 15, is just to take out somebody like in the top 10 or top 15.
so other than Enos, do you see anybody else that you think can compete with those guys at the top? Because that's the only
Guys,
person I can think about.
guys that can compete with those guys at the top. Um,
Enos, I agree with you there. Enos looked like he got a very promising
right
future.
now, right now, um, there's a lot of fans and there's a lot of people saying that you got different fighters like Regis Progress talking about he wants to he's a top 140 pounder, but he will move up. You know what I'm saying? And then you have guys like Jose Ramirez that say they will move up too. So you got to kind of look at the undefeated guys at 140 as well, because let's be honest, that's where Danny Garcia came from. That's where Regis. That's where Terrence Crawford came from.
Mm.
These guys at 140 pounds, they're not that far away from moving up to 147. Let's be honest, man. And
I
I've
just don't
seen
think they're on
Regis
a bud
Progress,
level.
and I've seen Regis Progress blow up in between camps. He's another guy that's real heavy for his weight class, but he can make it, so he makes it. You know what I'm saying? Um, but like I said, right now, I just think Earl Spence, man. I just he showed me a lot in that Mikey Garcia fight, man. I said if he beats Mikey Garcia convincingly in my eyes, I'll never pick against him again. Because I thought Mikey Garcia had enough to get it done. Obviously we
Yeah,
know
you
he got
was
a heart
tripping
of a
on that.
champion. But he didn't have enough to get it done. He didn't put enough offense out. You know what I'm saying? Just like he pretty much what happened was Mikey Garcia pretty much did the same exact thing. Earl Spence did the same exact thing that Mikey Garcia did to Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, man. Hey,
Yeah.
dude sweating his ass off outside, Black.
Unbiased says,
And he
yeah.
looked at my brother like, yo, give me your lunch money.
Hey,
dude,
unbiased in the
my
chat
brother
said
was
to you,
ready to beat
bro.
the
You hear me?
What'd you say?
Unbiased in the chat said, yeah, but Corey, we didn't think that because you was giving high praise about Mikey, what he was gonna do. Yeah,
Hey,
nigga,
you know
I
what?
didn't
Hey,
think that.
unbiased. You said Mikey was gonna get knocked out though.
I did too.
So you know what I'm saying?
Because I
Like
thought I that was credit to Arrow. I thought Arrow had this ferocious power. I don't know what happened.
Mikey happened. He had good defense.
Well, he
You know.
didn't. It wasn't good enough. He got hit 350 times.
Like a lot of people say, I think that a lot of those shots came off the glove. Some of those shots weren't flush. You know what I'm saying? I watched the whole fight 3 times already. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta see, man. We gotta see if that changed Mikey Garcia. I think it could either change him for the worse or for the better. It just all depends on where his mental game is at right now, man. Getting beat down like that by a guy like Earl Spence, man, could really f up your mental game, because a lot of guys. You got Robert Garcia. You got Big G, his dad. You got all these guys praising Mikey Garcia like, you got it, you can do it, you can do it. And then Mikey Garcia said, you know what, I am gonna do it. I'm gonna beat this dude. And guys like me thinking that Mikey Garcia had enough to beat Earl Spence, but he just didn't, man. He just didn't. Size did play a factor in that
How'd
fight.
you pick against your favorite, your top welterweight, bro?
I
You
don't know.
really
I
thought
just
Mikey was
I
gonna beat your
I
top
don't know.
welterweight?
It was. I ain't gonna say it was a dumb pick, but it won't the best pick I've ever picked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would say that.
Most definitely
I
not.
put I wouldn't put that as high. My dumbest pick that I've ever picked was the Dillian White versus Lucas Brown. I mean, I don't know why in the hell I would pick Lucas Brown to beat this dude, but I mean, Lucas Brown got stretched the fuck out. I mean, I was just like, holy hell, dude! Like,
No, you know my dumbest pick, Tony
what?
Bellew over Usyk.
Oh, dude, I
That
could
was
have
my
told you
worst.
that. All you had to do was listen to me, though, baby.
Nah,
That's
but if I
all
would have
you had
listened
to
to you, I
do.
would have lost last fight, Mikey.
Oh man, I
So
mean,
you ain't
look.
always 100. I thought Tony
Here we
Bellew had a
go,
chance.
man. Here we go. Here we go. Oh man, here we go.
Hey, but look, man, like, hold on, let me see what they saying real quick. Oh,
Uh,
Charles says he got his ass whooped for 12 rounds. Sammy
yeah.
Shaw said Vada happened. Charles D says Mikey been MIA. They said don't take the fight. Yeah, man. I'll put it like this though. You know, the only person that I can say that can probably fit into that category as competing at the top is maybe Jaron Ennis. But when it's all said and done, like right now, if I gotta make a decision, I think Bud will beat the brakes off Errol, bro. I'm talking about not even just
Breaks off Earl Spence.
easy work,
You
easy
think
work.
so, bro?
No, I know. Like this is just from what I've been analyzing, bro.
Black.
I'm not impressed from what I've seen from Errol to be convinced that this nigga can compete with Bud. Not like that.
But what have you seen Bud do that can convince you he can hang with Earl?
The nigga can adjust, bruh.
But you saying he
I
can
just seen.
adjust, but all of those guys he's adjusting to are smaller guys.
What are you talking? No, it's not. No, it's not.
I mean, he fought. Who does he fought? Who is
I'm
he
talking.
fought?
I'm looking at his welterweight fights.
Who was he fought at welterweight?
Stop it, Jeff Horn, Benavidez. Stop it. Stop it.
Hey,
And
so
then he
you
about to
got a
fight Amir
guy. So
Khan.
you got a guy. So you got a guy that got a hometown decision against Manny Pacquiao, and then you got a guy in Benavidez that got shot in the leg that was halfway. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, here we go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just
You
being
gonna go
honest,
there?
bro. I gotta
All right. So that means we gotta take a. If we're gonna take away the Benavidez, we gotta take away the Kell Brook fight from Spence.
Nah, I mean,
You want to talk about injuries?
Say that, yeah. I guess
That's that double standard. When niggas will bring up niggas' injuries and shit. All right, well, we got to say things about Kell Brook got stabbed in the leg and got his eye broke.
Yeah, I guess you could go. Yeah,
So if we're gonna give Errol credit, we got to give Bud credit.
Yeah, I guess you can go that route. Yeah, I guess you can go that route.
But I would say this about this is what I didn't like was that like okay when Bud went 12 with Benavidez, even though he knocked him out in the 12.
Yeah, he did.
People were shitting on him. They was like, how you gonna go 12?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I think that was a good win. Though. I ain't gonna take away from none of these fighters, man. It's shit. I mean, at the end of the day, man, anybody can win, man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can win. But I've picked against Errol Spence twice now. Third time, it ain't happening, man. You know they said 3 times could be a charm, man. But
what's the first time?
Maybe that third time is with Crawford, man. But as of right now on the PBC side. Ain't nobody beating Earl, man. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. On the PBC side. That's just my opinion. You know
I think right now Sean got the best chance. Keith, not right now. Hell no.
What the fuck? Sean Porter got the best chance?
Sean right now. He's the most active.
How Soldier Boy said? Sean Porter? Yeah.
Sean?
Yo, hell no, yo, come on, man.
He has the best chance. I mean, I just think that because of the momentum, I mean, the competition level he's been at, the more experience at the welterweight level than Spence. This guy, I don't think that like. Now, the one thing I will say though is that the dangerous thing about this is that Sean hasn't been in there with a southpaw in a while. I think Devin Alexander was his last opponent that was a southpaw. So that's going to be an issue, you know, seeing how he adjusts to that. But, you know, Errol ain't never been in there with somebody like Sean. So it's going to be them early rounds we're going to have to see who actually can make those adjustments, man. Definitely have to see who makes those adjustments. But I think right now, like, I think Sean has the best chance, you know. Manny, forget about it. Keith, forget about it. You know, Danny, no, stop, you know. So, I mean, you know, Spence is, you know, one thing I never said that Spence can't fight. The nigga got skills. He got skills. You know, we've seen his inside work. We've seen him walk niggas down. We've seen him fight on the back foot. But, you know, I just needed to see Errol in there with a real puncher. A real puncher. That was my only question mark about him. Let me see. Umbody says Spence ain't even start beating Mikey down until round 8. I mean, he just started landing a lot more punches on Mikey, and it wasn't like he beat him down, you know. It wasn't like he took a knee or buckled. That's why I was just like, I don't know about this shit. I don't know about this power shit. El Chinito, what's up, man? He says Jose Benavidez is good. I think he beats the likes of Ocampo, Peterson, and possibly Mikey at 147. Right. I mean, he's taller than Spence and Mikey. So, shit. The problem was the height and the reach advantage, you know, trying to get past that jab, you know. and really, Benavidez wasn't slow. You know, that jab was quick.
Hey Black, I gotta get busy with the
Get
shit
to
I
the
gotta do.
bag, man.
Yeah,
Bruh.
but look, I'm gonna be back though, man. Shout out to Black Horseman Promotions, man. That's my brother right there from another man. He got Crawford, I got Spence. We gotta see, baby. And that's a fight that I will be putting money on with you, Black Horse.
Oh, easy.
We're gonna do a friendly wager when that joint happen though, man.
Oh, I'm with it. I'm with it, bro.
You know what I'm
Easy.
saying? And anybody else who with it, you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more confident in the mic. I wasn't like I told a lot of people in that Mikey Garcia fight. I seen an interview about a week. Go over it, bro. I seen a Mikey Garcia fight a week about a week before, and I seen the Mikey Garcia fight happen about a week before. I seen an interview he did about fights facing Terrence Crawford in the amateurs and about how he lost, and I'm just like he was just so nonchalant
Who
about it. Like,
did?
um,
Who lost to Crawford in the
he
amateurs?
I believe Mikey Garcia did. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah, he did. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and he was the way Mikey Garcia acted about that joint. It was just like, what the fuck, like. But look, man,
How
big
else you
dog,
supposed to act
man.
when you lose?
I gotta head out, man. Thank you so much for letting me on, man. I gotta get busy, man. I'm backed up, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you guys. You guys have a great day, and I will catch you guys on the rebound. This is Corey Lee Boxing. Peace out, Black. Later, y'all.
All right, bro. Peace. Be safe. Yeah, man. So that was Corey Lee Boxing, man. Y'all go support him on his channel right here on YouTube, Corey Lee Boxing. Appreciate him coming through, man. Jumping on the panel and giving his input on the topic today. Um, yeah, I was supposed to be on his live, but he was having some technical difficulties. Then he had to get on the road. So when he get his back up and rolling, then I will be definitely on his channel. So y'all go sub to him because I'll be over there showing him support as well. Let me see. Charles D says, Adam Bias, that's when he stepped on the gas. He was already beating on Mikey. Joe says Thurman beat Spence. Wow, I can tell you a Thurman fan. I mean, I like Thurman too. You know, I think Thurman is still, to me, he's the most accomplished at welterweight. But I don't know. I feel the same way about Spence. You know, as I feel about Thurman. Like you don't have to show me. If you feel like you still the top dog, or you feel like you top dog, you got to show me, man. You know, um, and like I said when Corey was on here, man, like I tell anybody, I keep it 100. Like I think Bud will beat the brakes off Spence, bro. I think Spence's skill level is he's up there. His IQ is ridiculously high when it comes to that boxing ring. And he's more disciplined. He ain't ballooning up 20, 30 pounds in between fights. So training camp is not a not a weight loss camp for Crawford. That shit is just is getting in shape, working on the game plan, getting prepared for the fight. Spence is fucking losing weight. You know what I mean? Because he can't stop eating burgers and drinking and all that stuff. This is what I'm just telling you. So if I got to go with a guy who's more, I'm always gonna go with a guy who got skills and more discipline. I think that Errol Spence has bad habits, man, and it's gonna catch up to him when he get in there in the ring with somebody like Bud Crawford. That's when you're gonna get your ass really exposed. That's when you're gonna realize, like, oh, this is why this nigga was undisputed. This is why this nigga's ranked number one pound for pound. Because he don't play with this boxing shit. This nigga right here, he takes this shit serious. He gonna hit this nigga Spence with some shit. He gonna be like, damn, this nigga, the struggle is real in Omaha. I done got hit with the goddamn Omaha poverty. Omaha poverty right hook, straight left. Crawford ain't playing in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's different. When I'm looking at these two guys, and this ain't got had nothing to do with no bias or hate, nigga. I'm just looking at boxing. If I really felt like Spence was a better fighter than Crawford, I'll tell you. I don't see it, fam. I would gladly put money on that. Gladly. I can't wait for the fight to happen. This is why a nigga like Spence would say, why wouldn't I take the easy road? Because you know you got the hard road standing right in front of your face, nigga. That's why. We knew that. Like Crawford told him, he said, you smart, but you're not that smart. Checkmate. El Chinito says, what are your thoughts on Riri Garcia? He fights. Does he fight this weekend? I mean, hey, he's the next one behind Canelo. I mean, if they keep marketing him right, promoting him, you know, then I think that they can't move him too fast. I'll tell you that. Don't throw him in there with Tank, no dumb shit like that, or Haney, or take your time with Riri, man, and you'll get a star out of him. He's already a little social media star and a lot of fans and stuff. The young people love him, so um he got the charisma and things like that. He skills. He's got power. Some things he still got to work on. I actually liked how he looked in his last fight though. So I think that little one training can be had with Canelo. Definitely, I seen some changes. So keep working on him. Keep working on what you need to work on, man. And take your time. Don't rush that guy. If he was already a champ, I'd be like, no, it's go time. But he's not even a champion yet, so no, take your time. Don't rush. I just have an issue with these guys that are champions already. They want to act like, well, I'm still learning. I still have to develop. No, nigga. Don't get no strap if you're still developing. That ain't what you do. Take whatever fight you need to take to work on certain things. Get your rounds in, stuff like that. This ain't time to be acting like, I still have to develop and you already a champ. No, sir. Niggas is coming for you. You a target now. Somebody says, yeah, I just want to see the fight. I think Crawford wins, but I want to see it. Yeah. And I could be wrong. And I don't mind being wrong or losing money because ultimately I'm still it's still a victory. It's still a win. I get to see the best versus the best. That's the ultimate goal. So all this other shit we do, these videos, this is all out of fun, and just out of applying pressure so we can get the fights we want to see, get the results we want to see. El Chinito says, what about Bud versus Thurman? Who wins? Right now, I got to go Thurman. I mean, Crawford, man. But I said this before, before this long layoff with Thurman, that's going to be the best chess match in the welterweight division, because Thurman is not there to just be hit. He's quick, on his feet. This guy's awkward. He punches hard. So, it depends, man, on what if Crawford can get back. I mean, if Thurman can get back to top form like he used to be, then I have to revisit that. But I definitely got to go Bud though. Joe said Bud is the toughest matchup for Thurman, 50-50 fight. So I mean, right now I got to go 60-40 Crawford. I just feel like Crawford's still the most disciplined guy. He's the most hungry guy. Crawford he's an animal, man. He's a dog in there, bro. He a dog in there, So he's smart. He's a dog. He knows how to make adjustments, man. He's very intelligent. He's very focused in there. It's like I've been seeing Thurman. He makes some mistakes, man. When you get hurt, you can't just be fucking backing up, backpedaling with your hands down, getting your head knocked back through the fucking ring. Like, what are you doing? So I just pay attention to certain things. I like Keith, though. I like the way Keith fight. I still think Keith has a good chance. The guy's not undefeated for no reason. But when you get in there with Bud, man, you got to be all the way 100 sharp. Charles D says that L, hopefully if Bud beats Khan, he gets after Thurman. Man, Thurman is going to duck. He's going to duck Crawford. So that's why I don't even want to really talk about that. Joe says Bud's the closest to Mayweather in terms of work ethic. The dude stays in the gym, bro. That's why I said it's gonna be hard to beat him. That's why, mainly for that reason, why I say Bud will beat Spence, man. Bud is a harder worker than Spence to me. The nigga stay. He's in the gym all the time, bro. I don't ever hear about Bud just flooding himself with alcohol and ballooning up 20, 30 pounds in between fights. This dude is solid, man. He stay in shape. Stay in shape. Joe says, yeah, if Keith start backpedaling against Crawford, it's over. I mean, Crawford, man. And then when he gets you hurt, Crawford is a great finisher. He's a great finisher, man. You better if Crawford gets you hurt, you better hope it's like towards the end of the round, so you can get, you know what I'm saying, get a break. Crawford is a beast, man. So yeah, man. That's really all I got for that one though. But salute to y'all in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely engaging. For the ones that hit the thumbs up, we got 9 watching. Y'all hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. For those that don't know, raise awareness on YouTube so people can get involved in the convo. But I think Manny versus Keith, man, that's the fight that makes sense, man. That's the best fight to make right now. Those guys fought literally like a week or two apart from each other, and there should, Sean and Spence should be next. Manny and Keith should be next. Sean and Spence should be next. Period. You know, and then the winners out of those 2 fights should face each other. Then we're gonna have 3 straps on the line. And the only thing left after that is one more fight for undisputed. So we got to be pushing for these fights, man. We should not be pushing Spence or Porter to fight anybody else but each other. If you're trying to push something else, that means you got an agenda, man. That means that you're not trying to see the best versus the best. You're trying to turn this shit into something else. You want one of your favorite fighters to get a big bag against a legend already. What about these guys becoming legends? These guys are not legends in the sport yet. Spence ain't no goddamn legend in the sport yet. 1 belt, 3 defenses, that's not legendary shit, bro. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't done that. That ain't shit. That ain't shit. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. Porter has done some great work in the sport, but he's a 2-time champion, but he's never kept the belt longer than what? 2 defenses? You know? So I want to see how great Spence is. I want to see if Sean Porter has enough to beat, you know, um, the glorious, ferocious, quote unquote, Errol Spence, the one they call the truth. Sean has already said yes. Spence has really said nothing. Don't duck. Don't duck. There's no excuses for this. This fight should be next. There's nobody else out there for him to be focused on but Sean Porter for the unification. Strap season. Let's go. Let's get it. Unbiased says Spence versus all the top guys will go the distance. Possibly, man. I don't see him really knocking out Sean, man. I mean, it's a possibility, but that's not my prediction. I think he'll go the distance. I think he can outbox Sean, but Sean could make it a very ugly fight, a very rough, tough, uncomfortable fight for Errol, and that can be very, very interesting to see how Spence can make keyword adjustments. Unbiased says 300 plus punches landed, not even a knee taken. I mean, you got to factor that in. And then you got to factor that into the fact that he's going to be facing a bigger guy, a welterweight, a real welterweight. It's a difference. Not a nigga who been there, fought there for the first time. A nigga who's been fighting there pretty much his whole career. Right, Charles D. No one is legendary at welterweight right now. So it's like, let's build some more legends for this era. Let's get off this goddamn business talk and these niggas chasing pay-per-view fights and shit. Hey, man, every fight you gonna fight is not gonna be pay-per-view worthy. How about you grab all of those straps, then everything you fucking fight is gonna be on pay-per-view because you're a legend. Especially if you're doing the welterweight division. Come on now. Because we already know the type of names that's in there in the welterweight division. Niggas want to brag about how much, how great Al Heyman stable is. Let's see these guys mix it up. It's all on the same side. Let's go. Charles D says Porter ate Thurman best shot. That's true. He's knee buckled. He held on to Keith back for dear life to avoid going down, but he didn't go down. He's smart. That's called being smart. Know when to hold. Charles D says Brooke was the big welter. So yeah, that's another key factor. Porter has experience being in there with big welterweights. Big welterweights. Not just one, quite a few of them. Quite a few big welterweights. Arrow ain't really been in there with that many big welterweights, man. Especially guys that can punch. That's why I need to get some more answers. Before I just get this guy a full stamp. But beating Sean, you're gonna get the number one stamp for me. Number one. Guaranteed. No question about it. You will be the unified number one welterweight in the division. But you gotta accept the fight, Earl. That's really all I got, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's the Black Horseman. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the bell. Smash the like button. Leave a comment